This podcast contains profanity and explicit material from the outset,
which may not be suitable for children or sensitive adults.
The views expressed are made in humour and are not designed to offend.
Now sit back and enjoy. That was the first time I got VD.
Oh, how's the fireball?
Fireball is tasting pretty damn good. Fireball.
Oh shit! Yeah, you hammered a bit. What are you having it with? Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce. No, apple juice.
Oh, that's a peculiar combination.
It's called an apple pie. It's very good.
Yeah.
It tastes delicious.
Gather round, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for we are going to bring you some festive cheer in episode number 13 of the Three Little Pigs podcast.
Fuckers.
So, when I first arrived some years ago in Australia, I realized that for some unknown reason that you seem to have this informal celebration of Christmas in July.
Do we?
Most, certain workplaces do. Like, I've worked in a few offices and stuff, and it's a thing. They just organize some fucking weird ass Christmas dinner in the middle of July. So I was like, oh, maybe it's because technically it's winter here just now, and because everything is upside down compared to the rest of the world.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. Considering it's like fucking 40 degrees when it's technically Christmas here.
Yeah.
So therefore, we have had the idea of doing an episode of peculiar Christmas traditions from around the world. So don your Christmas jumper, get your family arguments out the way, and drink yourself into oblivion as we present to you Christmas in July. I don't know any rude Christmas songs.
Santa Claus, you can't. Where's me fucking dog? There's nothing like Sent you fucking letters and called him fucking twice. Santa Claus, you geriatric fart. Where's me fucking dog?
Fucking Santa Claus is coming to Kalgoorlie.
Jesus.
So, boys, have you been doing your Christmas research?
Yes.
No.
Ish.
Yeah. when you mean no, what do you mean?
I mean, flat out, no.
No.
I'm just gonna piggyback off you guys tonight. So.
Yeah, I'm just gonna find funny bits of yours and just take the piss right
pretty
out of
much.
it.
I might do like a short movie thing because I've watched a couple of movies recently. So
Oh yeah.
let's go with that. They're not Christmassy at all.
Oh.
That's
but
all right.
Still.
Maybe it was Christmas at some point during the movie, but didn't tell you about it.
No.
Anyway, how have you been, gentlemen?
Good.
Be good.
Yeah, man.
Good.
It's
I just had a pool put in. A pool.
Full.
Oh, does that mean now I'm gonna have to get a cleaner and he's gonna have sex with my wife?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He
And
is.
his name will be, what's his name? Like
Juan.
back.
Well,
Yeah, back.
Juan.
Juan.
Julian.
Julio.
What?
Julio. I'm here to clean the pool.
And your
is
wife.
that what happened?
Oh.
What I miss?
Nothing.
some
We're just talking
reason
about how I've got a pool now and I'm gonna have to get it cleaner and he's gonna have sex with my wife. So.
Oh, I clean pools.
You are not having sex with. You are not having relations with my spouse.
You are not cleaning my pool.
Your name has to be like Emilio or
Well, I actually did some research in relation to why there's a Christmas in July. I was just saying before, Jay, I don't know whether you have, but I did a little bit of research just before here in relation to why there's a Christmas in July.
Okay. So have you figured it out? Okay.
Yeah, it was in the latest Dan Brown book. It was under the part of the Da Vinci Code. That's why.
Really?
Oh, okay.
no.
I'm
That's
lying.
not true.
Oh,
I'm
no.
lying. No, so it's they there's no real reason why it is. It was brought up in like 3 different movies during the 1940s to 1950s, but they think it's to do with businesses wanting to get rid of their Christmas stock mid-year, so they get a whole new inventory.
That would make sense.
Oh, that's a good theory.
That makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
So rather than trying to market it as an end of financial year sale, they market it as Christmas in July.
Yeah,
Because
so-
people are fucking stupid.
So they'll buy all their stock mid-July to go for Christmas this year, and they get a whole lot of extra stock in for Christmas time. Yeah,
That makes sense.
Makes sense.
That makes so it's all the shit gifts get left at the end.
yeah. So it's more of the fact
nice.
like Christmas decorations and all the other bollocks that they want to get new ones for, as opposed to having to keep old stock for a whole year. They just get rid of it mid-year.
Well, I thought it was going to be something interesting.
No, it's as boring as batshit. But like,
Yeah, that's the most boring fucking fact ever. Why would you tell us that?
because fuck you. That's why. Because fuck you.
Here's my fact bomb, and it stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You just killed my fucking buzz.
Oh, drink some more cans, you dirty whore.
I'm trying.
What are you drinking tonight, Jamie?
What do you think?
Bullet bourbon.
Is
Oui,
it
madame.
the French Canadian,
That fine French.
the French Canadian
Yeah.
bourbon.
That fine French wine.
Bullet
That's
bourbon.
bourbon, eh?
You like the bull, eh?
You on the council juice, Chris?
Nah, I'm just on water, man.
Yeah, council
Yeah,
juice.
that's what council juice.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I don't know. I still haven't been back because last episode we talked about how my liver is potentially fucked.
Yes.
So I still haven't been back to the doctor. So
But you also still haven't died, so that's
Yeah,
good.
I'm
Winner,
trying
winner.
not to just staying away from the booze for now. Yeah.
That's a shame.
Hmm.
You pour another drink.
Yeah. I'm staying away from the booze because I've got liver problems. Oh, that's a shame. I'm going to pour another drink.
Yeah. I think next episode I'm gonna get on the sauce. After after I go and get.
Oh,
the test.
you might actually be able to, vanilla essence.
Yes.
It's alcoholic.
Ooh. I
you
think we have
could-
some of that.
Like you get drunk off it. Apparently, due to marketing reasons, it has to have a specific alcohol percentage to be classed as vanilla essence. There was a joke coming around last Christmas from back home. As a shoplifter grabbed like a full roast and was running out of like the coals with it, and the security guard shouted, "Hey, what are you doing with that?" And he turned around and he shouted, "Brussels sprouts and roast potatoes," as he ran away.
I remember. It's funny you say that because I remember we went to. I don't know if you guys remember, but a while ago they used to sell pure guarana at the pharmacies,
Mm-hmm.
What?
and there was like guarana, the stuff that's in like Red Bull and all the energy drinks and that.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff that's not caffeine but is caffeine.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, we used to hang around at the local shops on like late night shopping then when we were kids, and we'd go to the pharmacy and buy like 10 bottles of guarana and just neck them, and we'd run around like idiots, putting like witches hats on our heads and just like
Jesus
run around.
It sounds like the South Park Jack and Crack weekend. Jack and Crack.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
but
we're gonna
apart
do
from that,
fuckwits
yes-
soon?
Yes, I actually have a Christmas fuckwit.
Oh,
Nice.
Santa.
Fuck, Chris-
There you go.
Christmas fuckwits.
Oh.
And for me, it's it's probably kind of cute etiquette, but it's people who panic buy and are also last minute shoppers at Christmas.
Yeah.
Like
Fuck those guys.
like it's bad enough here, like, you know, the shops is closed for like 12 hours, but the server's still open, so if you really need something you can get it there.
Yeah.
But like what used to annoy me back home was that the shops actually stayed open, like grocery stores ended up staying open on Christmas Day, but yet people still like fucking
At this point, Jay dropped out due to technical difficulties, but upon his return, turned into a Pornhub conversation. Yeah.
The best one is that bloke on Pornhub. He's called Ryan Creamer, and it's he just does like, it's like videos of him. I sanitize the casting couch, and it's it's like but he's become really famous. Like apparently the his like account on it's actually like very high rated, and it's just things like like I meet like whatever porn star it was, and we study together without having sex. You know, and it's like I offer moral support to my stepsister, like just like random shit like that.
I had
like,
coffee with Madison Ivy. Yeah.
It's like porn titles, but like not the porn part. Yeah, like just some of the actual videos, because it's videos as well. He posts videos, and they got fucking millions of views. Yeah, I disinfect the casting couch. It says, what is it? Your stepbrother declined your advances, but I'm flattered nonetheless. 14 seconds. Yeah. I do the dishes without being asked. I hold hands with Ebony GF as she talks about her day. Your yoga instructor, maintain a professional distance. I study intently with the Dare dorm. I ride in a taxi and don't have sex with the driver. I deliver you a pizza and don't put my wiener in it. I drive my Tinder date home safely in a Tesla on autopilot.
Nice.
I bake cookies for the hot singles in my area. And it's just it's a picture of him holding like a tray of cookies next to the oven. Yeah, so yeah, just like random shit like that. But like the guy's got like fucking more views than quite a lot of the like accounts on there. Apparently.
Holy shit! I'll have to go and have a bit of a
Yeah,
peruse.
it's obviously a piss take, but like in theory, if he's got like so many views and stuff, like websites like that, like he probably makes money off it.
Oh, for sure it would be. Yeah.
You know, so he just why not? It's fun. It's funny.
Exactly right. Make a bit of a laugh in this current situation.
Yeah, so before I dropped out last time, we were on Fuckwits, and I had a Christmas Fuckwit, so I'll get back to that.
Oh.
Yeah, so like people that panic and like last minute shop and shit like that on Christmas, there's just no need for it. It comes around every year. Prepare, buy a shit. You don't need to buy 18 bottles of Coke and 25 fucking packets of fucking dish liquid, all that shit. It's just stupid. It's like it's closed for 24 hours. How much stuff are you planning on consuming in that time?
Yeah.
And it opens up on fucking Boxing Day anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like
the fuck?
Like 7 in the morning. The IGA is always open. The IGA, they're fucking heroes. Those people.
Yeah.
The IGA, rain, hail, or snow, they are open.
No.
Well, who's your fuckwits, Dave?
Oh, so
Chris, have you got fuckwits?
Yeah, I got one. So it's a quick one.
Okay.
It's relatively simple.
Is it Speedy Gonzalez?
No.
You said it was a quick one.
It's a quick one. Andale. Rita. Yeah, no, I made a house call the other day during work, and I happened to notice that the entire gutter was painted rainbow colors.
Oh, okay.
That person is a fuckwit. That's it. Oh,
So
the aircon unit was also painted in rainbow colors.
The what was?
The aircon unit.
So the air conditioning unit and the gutters were both all painted in rainbow colors.
Rainbow colors. Yes, indeed.
Is it like a support the people COVID thing? Is it a
It could have been
LGBT thing?
I don't know. I don't know. There was no
like,
explanation.
I have too much time on my hands and have completely voided the warranty on my air conditioning unit by painting in rainbow colors.
Yeah. Fuckwit.
I think bottom line is either way, that person is a complete and utter fuckwit.
I'm all for showing support with the LGBT
QI,
and also for the COVID stuff. But like, there's no need to paint your whole gutters, man.
It's strange.
I like the little like the chalk things or the little drawings the kids was putting up in windows. Because you'd walk past the house, like I would just randomly walk past houses with a dog and like, oh, and it says like shit like smile and have a good day. It's like, oh, that's nice.
See, that just makes me angry.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
No, I just walk past you having a shit day. You see a sign that says smile, bitch.
You're on camera.
Smile, cunt.
Right. I'm going to get my
I'm-
kids
I'm-
to start making some signs.
Yes.
Smile, you fuckwit. The title of my fuckwit of the week is Stolen Car. I'll start again. Stolen car crashes into another stolen car during police chase. So this is this is from Oregon in the United of the States. 2 stolen vehicles and 1 police chase in Oregon would come to an abrupt end when the driver fleeing law enforcement crashed into a woman driving a completely different stolen car. So the frenzied turn of events began when police responded to a report of a stolen Toyota Land Cruiser driving through downtown Newburgh, according to the Newburgh Dundee police. The pursuit went for several blocks until the driver rammed his vehicle into another vehicle at an intersection. Oh, this guy's got the best name in the world. Police identified the driver as the first car as Randy Lee Cooper of Portland.
He sounds like a car stealer.
Yeah.
He sounds like a NASCAR driver.
Hey,
Gonna go fast and turn left a bit.
After taking him into custody, it dawned to police that the second car was also reported stolen in an unrelated crime 3 weeks prior. The driver of that car, Kristen Nicole Beeg, was also found under the influence. Both of them were charged with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, attempting to elude police, assault, and reckless driving. The female was also drawn for driving under the influence and unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. So,
2 birds, 1 stone.
yep. So Randy Lee Cooper and Kristen
Randy Lee Cooper, come on now.
and Kristen Nicole Beeg, you two are complete and utter fuckwits.
And thank you to the powers of the justice system, they are now happily married and live in a 2-bedroom cot in the wilderness. I was going to say though, like there was I'm sure there was a story, like because I think the Americans, like especially when you listen to a lot of documentaries about like serial killers from the 80s, like 70s, 80s, 90s. In America, a lot of these the law enforcement things, they don't share information between each other.
Yeah.
You know, like they don't share like, oh yeah, such and such is, they've committed a murder here, so let's tell the neighboring states at least, just in case he fucking goes there and does it there, all that stuff. And there was
Especially
one
back in the day.
Oh yeah, they were notorious for just not telling each other anything. But there was one thing recently. It was across 2 states. It was a drug operation, and a whole heap of undercover cops went to a house to buy drugs. But it turns out the guy selling the drugs was also undercover cops from the other state. So they've jumped in like, freeze, we're the cops. And they've like, no, we're the cops.
No, we're
like,
the cops.
So they're all pointing guns at each other and shit. Like, wait, no, stop. Well, you guys are cops? Like, yeah. Are you guys cops? Yeah.
Damn it, we did it again.
Shit. So it's just 2 neighboring police forces selling drugs to each other.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, yeah. It's good to say, yeah.
FBI, get on the ground. No, you get on the ground.
Get down the ground. Now you get on the ground. We'll all get on the ground.
They would just lay down.
We fucking all start shooting each other. 18 police officers were killed today in a drugs bust by 18 other police officers.
By 18 other police officers.
Right.
That would be a shit day if you were in one of those police forces.
Oh.
Going back and having to tell the police boss, man, we got a problem. And then,
They took our drugs.
yeah, they got our drugs and our money and the cops.
And the cops.
All the guys weren't actually cops, and they were just really good criminals that's talking themselves out of a tricky situation.
Yeah, maybe.
We're totally cops.
Yeah, we're totally cops. We got the badge and stuff.
Look, it says right here, and it's just like a real shitty metal badge that says "totally cops" on it. Totally cops.
Totally cops. Filmed with the men and women of law enforcement.
Like
The men and women who are not in law enforcement but are pretending to be.
Yeah. Totally Cops is filmed in front of a live ostrich. That's a Family Guy joke. I can't claim that one, unfortunately. It was I'll read it out. I'll read the story out because why not? I mean, this could also be Fuckwits of the week. So a gigantic drug raid mistake led to police officers arresting each other. Turns out undercover cops in Detroit posed as drug dealers to help catch a pair of sellers. However, thanks to a tiny mess up, another undercover police group thought they were the real drug dealers, so they raided the house, which quickly became one of the most embarrassing things the department's ever seen. So much so that the police chief even admitted, yes, these dum-dums didn't check in first to see who they were going after. Authorities stated the undercover officers from the 12th precinct went undercover with the purpose of pretending to be drug dealers so they would arrest potential buyers. So 2 pretend buyers went into the house where the pretend drug dealers officers from precinct 11 were at. So those officers were there to arrest the buyers. Still with me?
We're still with you.
To sum it up, basically, neither precincts 12 or 11 knew each other were undercover, so they began to rampage the place when they arrived and quickly began to yell at each other, which led to fighting like hooligans. And in case you're wondering, yes, they were all wearing body-worn cameras, and we were able to catch the whole incident. And there is a video online. So,
Nice.
so it looks like it wasn't even 2 different forces. It was one force, just 2 different precincts.
Yeah, but like 2 local police stations fighting against each other and knocking the house off. Fucking retards.
Authorities stated over 2 dozen Detroit police officers were present that evening. 2 of the officers were treated at hospital for injuries, one for a contusion to his eye socket and one for a split lip.
Wow.
Holy shit.
That's
several-
awesome.
Several of them were placed on restricted duties, and one supervisor was removed from the special operations team.
I wonder fucking why.
So the best part of the story,
write it off as like a training op. No, it was all the training.
It was our we were practicing to buy drugs. The best part of the story was that the homeowner just stood there and watched them basically rip each other apart without knowing who they were. So wait, who was the guy that owned the house? I thought it was like...
Why is Steve Donut wearing eyeliner?
I know. He kind of looks like a Vince McMahon impersonator. Like, you know the guy that that's in charge of the wrestling. Yeah, obviously because I've not watched the wrestling. Oh, actually, that's a good point. I want to bring something to the attention of the gentlemen and the viewers.
Yes.
If you are over the age of 14 and you still watch the WWF, you need to have a fucking word with yourself.
Wait, I missed that bit. What?
If you're over 14 years old and you still watch the wrestling, you need to have a fucking word with yourself.
Yeah, or punch yourself in the head.
Yeah. The only people that are allowed to be interested in the wrestling after the age of 14 are actual wrestlers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if you're a wrestler or you're some kind of amateur wrestler, that's fine. But if you just it annoyed me. A lot of people in Britain, particularly, like to put on the persona that they really enjoy American sports, such as baseball and ice hockey, and what's the other one? The NFL. Yeah. And
the
they
NBA.
and they sit and purposely watch fucking hours upon hours of this sport, painstakingly to put on a facade that they know what's going on and are enjoying the sport. So yeah, but anyway, if you're over 14 and you're not a wrestler, you should not be watching wrestling.
Or you should be putting a register somewhere.
But anyway, but back to the wrestling thing. He's Officer Steve Donut is what I would imagine Vince McMahon looks like now, trying to remember him from being 14 years old. That's what I think he would look like if it said Vince McMahon underneath. I would say, oh, Vince McMahon.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
McMahon commented on this video, huh? He's commenting on cop videos. Cool. I'll live with that. That's fine.
Yeah, the only other people that watch wrestling over the age of 14 are the people who are like, Nate Dirk and Derm! Nate Dirk and Derm!
NASCAR fans.
NASCAR fans.
Randy Lee
They also
Cooper.
like WWE. Yeah. Randy Lee Cooper.
Hey guys, it's Dave here from the Three Little Pigs podcast. We've got a big thank you shout out to Vanessa Warren from Canada. Thank you very much for the support. And also Dave and Michael from the Centre Cut podcast. Thank you very much for the shout out, boys. And to our brothers at the Amazingly Awful podcast, Apollo, Kane, and Quartermill Feeve, thank you very much as well, boys, for the support. And now back to the listening.
Oh, Dave, could you insert Christmas jingly bells sound here?
Yes, I can do insert Christmas.
My favorite Christmas album's got to be a Peter Griffin Christmas. And my favorite one is the one's like everybody look at the snow in the yard. That's my favorite Peter Griffin Christmas song. So, gentlemen, ladies, children, dogs too, because dogs listen to this, I think. As always, my sources for tonight include the all-seeing eye, the ever-giving Wikipedia, the BBC.co.uk, just to clarify, historicuk.com, theculturetrip.com, and I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's like Don Quixote, so it's like DonQuijote.
Don Quixote.
Yeah, DonQuixote.com.
Don Quixote.
Yeah,
Don Quixote.
what is a Don Quixote?
It's a play and a book.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, what, like kind of like Hamlet or something?
Yeah. See.
Or is Don Quixote like an actual term for something?
No. Don Quixote is a book, a play, a whole of other shit. I'll find it on. Continue.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's my sources for tonight.
Excellent.
Excuse me. I'd first like to take you deep within the valleys of Wales, a hardy country with a strong-minded people and culture. They're similar to the Scottish, but they're a lot better at drinking. So, as in many countries throughout the world, Christmas and its celebrations are a favourite time of the year in Wales, and there are many traditions connected with it. So, before Christmas, the tradition was to decorate homes with fresh mistletoe and holly. Now, mistletoe was to protect the home from evil, and holly as a symbol of eternal life.
Oh.
The custom in many parts of Wales was to attend a very early church service known as a plygain. Now, I'll apologise for the pronunciation because I'm not Welsh, and I'll just say it as I see it. Yes, so it's known as a plygain, which is kind of refers to daybreak. So between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., the men would gather in rural churches to sing mainly unaccompanied 3 or 4 part harmony carols in a service that went on for 3 or so hours. The custom managed to survive in many country areas because of its simplicity and beauty. It is being revived in many other areas today. So after the service, a day of feasting and drinking would begin. So if fuck getting up at 3 a.m. on Christmas to go sing with your boyfriends. You guys want to go sing in the church? I was still drunk from last night.
Okay, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Do you think it was like barbershop quartets?
Yeah.
But just about how cold it was.
Yeah.
The
weather
so
outside is.
Excuse me. The
The
day after.
weather outside is weather.
The storms are also weather. Go on, Dave. Come on, Dave. Dave, give us a line, Dave. As long as you love me so.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, Candy.
Nah, Dave, you killed the vibe again.
I know. I'm sorry.
All right, so the day after Christmas Day was celebrated in a unique way to Wales and included the tradition of holly beating or homing. So young men and boys would beat the unprotected arms of young females with holly branches until they bled. In some areas, it was the legs that were beaten. In others, it was custom for the last person to get out of bed in the morning to be beaten with sprigs of holly. Funnily enough, these customs died out before the end of the 19th century.
I wonder why.
Luckily for the young girls and those who like to stay in bed.
I don't want to get out of bed, Mum. I'm going to beat you with holly. Get out the fuck out.
The Welsh, Dave, not Jamaican.
I'm going to beat them with holly. Yeah.
I just want to stay in bed.
Come on, Taffy.
This is the most terrible accents.
I know, fuck.
So another pre-Christian custom associated with the end of the Christmas season, formerly carried out in all parts of Wales but has now almost disappeared, is that of the Mary Lwyd, which kind of means grey mare. So the Mari Lwyd is a wassailing folk custom found in South Wales. The tradition entails the use of an eponymous hobby horse, which is made from a horse's skull mounted on a pole and carried by an individual under a sack or a cloth. So it represents regional variation of a hooded animal, a tradition that appears throughout Great Britain. And when I was reading into this, I obviously being from part of the Britain land, do not recall any form of tradition of any type of hooded animal. I'm just going to clarify that right now. We do things different in Scotland. So the Mari Lwyd itself consists of a horse's skull that's decorated with ribbons and affixed to a pole. And to the back of the skull is attached a white sheet which drapes down to conceal both the pole and the individual carrying.
That's creepy as shit.
I know. Wait till you see some pictures later on. I'll
Merry
send them to
Christmas,
you.
fuckers.
So on occasion, the horse's head was represented not by a skull, but was instead made from wood or even paper. And in some instances, the horse's jaw was able to open and close as a result of a string or a lever. And there are accounts of pieces of glass being affixed into the eye sockets of some of these, the heads obviously representing eyes. Now, the custom's first been recorded in the 1800s, with subsequent accounts of it being produced into the early 20th century. So according to these, the Mari Lwyd was a tradition performed at Christmas time by groups of men. So they would form into teams to accompany the horse on its travels around the local area. And although the makeup of such groups varied, they typically included an individual that would carry the horse, a leader, and individuals dressed as stock characters such as Punch and Judy.
What the fuck?
I guess. Dave, it's like that funeral we were talking about last time.
Yeah.
That is weird as shit.
So the team would carry the Mari Lwyd to local houses where they would request entry through the medium of song. The householder would be expected to deny them entry, again through song, and the two sides would continue their
Fuck off.
yeah, honestly, yeah, they would continue their response to one another in this manner. If the householders eventually relented, then the team would be permitted to entry and given food and drink. So pretty much like it sounds like remember we were talking about the Bouganese people and their funeral traditions.
Yes.
And I said, oh yeah, there must have been a meeting about, oh yeah, so what we'll do is we'll get 24 water buffalo and all that stuff. Do you think these Welsh guys all sat there and was like, right, what we need to do is we're going to get a horse's head and a stick, right? Yeah, and we'll get like a cloth. What we'll do is we'll go around and we'll start singing to people, and we'll sing to them until we get in the house. And then if we get in the house, we'll just fucking drink everything they've got.
Can
Let us
I
into
come
your
in?
house and drink your booze?
Fuck
But
Fuck
I think
off.
the what would happen is they would sing to come in, and then the householders would like have to sing a response, but the response had to change. Like they'd have to provide an excuse each time. So it'd be like, "Can we come in to drink your food?" And it would be like, "No, fuck off, we've got no food." And then the other guys would go, "Well, we can't come in to drink your drink." They'd be like, "No, fuck off, my children are sick." And it would just like, I think it would just continue. So they probably had a good laugh if they were all like gassed as well. If they were all like exceedingly drunk.
You'd have to be to do something like
Yeah.
this.
Can we come in to drink your drink? No, fuck off. We've got no house. You know, it's just like you'd probably be pretty creative and like on the spot. Because if somebody like wavered, like if they wavered, they're like, fuck, we lost. So like,
Yeah.
let them in. Like fucking,
It's
Just
like a dance off, but sing off.
yeah, but singing. And like 8 hairy ass men would come into your house and fucking wreck the place.
Yeah. Can we come in and eat your food? No, you can't. I'm having a shit.
I don't see no toilet paper.
I use my hand.
We're gonna come in and drink your booze. Come inside, I'll throw my faces on you.
I think we'll go to the other house. Okay.
Yeah, I know. This house doesn't look too clean. I was reading. I don't think I've got it in here, but one of the references of it was that if something specific happened when you're inside, if someone, because obviously Punch and Judy, that the two kind of, I don't even know what the origins of it came from, but obviously it was like 1800s ish. It's the two slapstick male and female characters that have obviously taken
The
different
puppets.
forms. But yeah, the puppets, yeah.
Yeah. Did they look like rag dolls or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, they were the hand puppets. Then they would,
Mm.
they would like traveling puppet show. But they I read that one of the things, if someone was dressed up as Punch, they would carry a specific fire poker, and that one of the traditions was something on the lines of, if something specific happened in the house on the way out, that Punch just pretty much got to wreck fuck out the fireplace with the fire poker. So,
I'm liking this more and more.
yeah, it's just yeah. So although the custom was given various names, it's best known as the Mary Lwyd, and the etymology of the term remains subject of academic debate. One folklorist, and I quote, I think it's Iorwerth C. Pete, believed that the term meant Holy Mary, and thus was a reference to Mary, mother of Jesus, while a fellow folklorist, E.C. Cott, thought it was more likely the term had originally meant grey mare, thus referring to the head's equine appearance. A number of earlier folklorists to examine the topic, such as Pete and someone else called Ellen Ettlinger, believe the tradition had once been a pre-Christian religious rite, although scholarly support for this interpretation has declined amid a lack of supporting evidence. So it's just theory about why the fuck are these blokes running around with a fucking horse's head and trying to get into folks' houses to drink all the booze.
All right.
So that's like something we would do.
I'm
Can
saying we
that
should
one?
do this at Christmas.
Celebrations, yeah.
So the absence of late medieval references to such practices and geographical dispersal of various British hooded animal traditions, among them the hoodening of Kent, the broad of the Cotswolds, the old ball, the old tup, and the old horse of North England, have led to suggestions that they derive from a regionalised popularisation of 16th and 17th century fashion for hobby horses among the social elite. So it's some kind of because the back in ye oldie times when all the horses had the plague, they just kind of had like fake horses. And have you seen those videos of those like kids in America that do like horse shit with like a hobby horse
With the broomsticks.
Yeah, they do like what is it called?
Pony
what's
play.
the horse? No, what's the horse dancing called? That dancing thing they do.
Equestrian?
No, it's the horses do like they prance about and stuff. It's kind of like a dance. Oh, what's it called? It's got a name.
So
It's
you
a
reckon
it's Olympic
you reckon
sport.
those, you reckon those toys that the kids run around with, where it's like a horse's head on a stick, it all spawned from this Welsh tradition thing?
Possibly, yeah. Or the
pretty cool.
yeah,
Get your
the
toys for
origins.
Christmas, wouldn't you?
Yeah, the traditions of that. So, so although the tradition declined in the early to mid 20th century, in part due to opposition from some of the Christian clergy and changing social conditions, you guys should stop using like dead horses.
Damn pagans.
It was revived in new forms and in the mid to later part of the century. So the tradition has also inspired various artistic depictions, appearing, for instance, in the work of the painter Clive Hicks Jenkins and the poet Vernon Watkins. So, assuming the custom to be, and I quote, the survival of some ancient popular rite or ceremony, in 1888, David Jones suggested its origins were Christian, and that had once been part of the festivities of, wait for it, the Feast of the Ass. Yes.
Yes.
Which is a commemoration of the
I am
flight.
accustomed to that feast.
It's not the Pornhub Feast of the Ass. It's an actual thing. Which is a commemoration of the flight into Egypt of Mary and St. Joseph that was historically marked on the 14th of January. So according to Jones's idea, the Mary Lwyd itself represented the donkey on which Mary rode to Bethlehem.
Yeah.
Because you know how they put pregnant Mary on a donkey and they went to find somewhere to sleep. So they reckon it's possibly...
And then they ate it?
Yeah, it's possibly some kind of variation of that. So, the Feast of the Ass was a medieval Christian feast observed on the 14th of January, celebrating the flight into Egypt. It was celebrated primarily in France as a byproduct of the Feast of Fools celebration, which celebrates the donkey-related stories in the Bible. Pretty much like, they're just like, we really love donkeys.
They really do love donkeys.
Yeah. In particular, the donkey bearing the Holy Family into Egypt after Jesus' birth. So the feast may represent a Christian adaptation of the pagan festival of Serverless, integrating it with the donkey in the nativity story. Now, in connection with biblical stories, the celebration was first celebrated in the 11th century, inspired by Pseudo-Augustinian. That guy. So, in the second half of the 15th century, the feast disappeared gradually along with the Feast of Fools, which was stamped out around the same time. It was not considered as objectionable as the Feast of Fools, however. I had a quick look, and the Feast of Fools is something to do with, like, going through a fake baptism.
Ooh.
So it's like
So you get drowned.
yeah, or like I don't know why they would fake it. So yeah, but conspiracy time.
Oh, go.
Was trick or treat invented in Wales?
Oh, you mean because of the? No, I don't know.
nice input there. I like that. Yeah. So for centuries in Wales, something very similar has been going on. So it's not on Halloween, but on New Year's Day. Have you ever heard of Calannig?
No.
No.
So from dawn until noon on New Year's Day, all around Wales, groups of young boys would go from door to door carrying three-legged totems, chanting rhymes, and splashing people with water, asking for Calannig, which means gifts of small change. So in other words, these kids would just come to your door with some sticks and water, and piss you off, and want some pennies.
That's
Throw water
fucking
on you.
weird.
Yeah. And finally, on the 12th night of Christmas in Wales, they did the hunting the wren. So
I've heard
groups
that.
of men,
Yeah, I've
groups
heard
of
of that as well.
groups of men would go out hunting the wren. A tiny bird would be caged in a wooden box and carried from door to door, and householders would pay for the privilege of peeping at the little thing in the box.
Turns out it's just some guy's fucking schlong.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
It's a dick
As I
in the
read- I was-
box.
As I'm reading that, I'm thinking to myself, Chris is clearly gonna say it's a dick.
Sick dick, bruh.
Yeah. Nice tits, bruh.
Nice tits, bruh.
It's
So there we have.
you-
Yeah,
So the thing you're after, man, was dressage. Dressage was the horse thing.
yeah, that's the one where the horses like flick their feet and prance around and shit.
The hip hop dance.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that thing. Yeah, so gentlemen, first off, Christmas in Wales. So if you're ever going to Wales, expect that kind of shit to take place. It's just fucking dead horses everywhere and like kids coming around with sticks and stuff. And I'm sure it's very different now, but yeah, during the research of all the countries in the world that could have been looked at, I was surprised that because it's quite paganistic, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
It's
We should
quite-
go back. We should all go there on a trip around Christmas time and try to revive it.
Why don't we do it around the places where we live?
I'm keen to do
Yeah,
it.
oh, that's a good idea as well.
just get the cops phoned on us.
Yeah. What the fuck are these dudes doing?
Why are they
They're
trying
in
to
my
drag
kitchen.
a dead? Why are they trying to drag a dead horse around? They keep singing at the door to come in. We don't have things for you. Go away.
Let us in, or we'll punch you in the head. Let us in, or we'll... I don't know.
Set your house on fire.
Or we'll make you dead.
Let us in, or we'll make you dead. I'm
Make
gonna
me a
you
sandwich. Make me a sandwich, or I'll stab your dick. Make me a sandwich, or I'll stab your dick.
If that was a like a proposition, I think I'd clearly make a sandwich.
There you go. Win-win.
because the alternative outcome sounds not very nice. So yeah, that was the first of my my Christmas research.
Mhm.
And then I bring you, gentlemen, to the warm and sunny land of Spain,
Español.
home of bullfights, chorizo, and sleeping when it gets too hot.
Are you going to talk about Cagatillo?
Who?
Cagatillo.
See.
Man,
See.
bear, pig.
Nah. I was going to... Because I found one that I was going to talk about, but it's
Oh,
also
no,
from the
no.
Spanish area.
Nope, is it from the Spanish area? So from Spain
Yeah.
or not from Spain?
Yeah, it's from Spain.
But
But that's okay. I'll just piggyback on yours at the end, and it's like,
Yeah,
it might be a
kiss-
different one.
Kiss me in my Spanish area.
Kiss me in my Spanish area.
Español.
Oh yeah, put it in my Spanish.
Oh, nice. Yeah, show me a Spanish area.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Right. Each year, between December 24th and January 6th, Spain comes alive to celebrate Christmas, or Navidad in Spanish. During this time of year, everyone strives to fill their days with happiness, joy, and family harmony, although some are more successful than others. I would think, like, Spanish money has a lot to do with it. So,
And it's lack of worth.
yes, and it's like, yeah, well, no, they're in the euro. Like, I actually still got I probably get executed by the Spanish government for this, but I've still got a bag of pesetas somewhere. That was like the old Spanish currency.
Do they go well with salsa?
Potatoes. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can have potato chips. You can have mashed potatoes. You can have like beans and potatoes.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty good. No, I do. I've got some old fucking Spanish potatoes lying around. I need to show you them one day. One of the coins looked like a really big polo mint. You know, the mint with a hole in it. Yeah, it looked like that. So it has like a metal coin with a hole in it.
Nice.
And
Oh my god! I just got disconnected. I was totally going to make the joke that the potato, like it's a metal coin with a hole in it. That's the Spanish area.
That's the Spanish area of the coin.
The Spanish holidays are a mixture of Christian and pagan traditions. So according to Catholic tradition, Christmas is celebrated on December 25th in the honor of Jesus. So December 31st is New Year's Eve, or Noche Vieja in Spanish.
See.
And is the time to say goodbye to the year that's coming to an end and welcome in the new year. But the holiday season doesn't end there. January 6th is a very important holiday in Spain too, called El Día de los Tres Reyes Magos.
Nice. Well played.
Known in English as the Three Kings Day. So, Christmas in Spain. So, although Christmas Eve isn't until December 24th, Christmas always comes to Spain a few days early, on December 22nd. Now, that's the day that the winning numbers of a hugely popular Spanish Christmas lottery are drawn and announced in song by schoolchildren live on TV. So number one, number dos.
Cuatros.
Because there's only 5 numbers in Spain.
Yeah.
So, in the months leading up to this event, many Spaniards buy lottery tickets and wait to see if their number will be the lucky one that year. Oh, wait. If their number. Is it just one number? Is it like you just like everyone like just gets one individual number and that's it? That's a kind of archaic way to run a lottery, in my view.
It's not bad though.
So, once the lottery prizes have been announced, the holidays have officially started and everyone starts making final preparations for the big celebration. Christmas Eve, or Noche Buena in Spanish, is celebrated on December 24 and is generally a family affair. Usually, members of the extended family gather around a feast of meat, wine, and typical foods not eaten at other times of the year, and kinds of desserts. You gather around my feast of meat. I'll show you my Spanish area.
I'll show you my Spanish area and you can eat my dick.
We eat a feast of meat in the Spanish area. For devout Catholics, there's an important event after dinner. It's time to go to a special midnight mass called the Misa de Gallo. So churchgoers celebrate the birth of the Son of God by singing famous and traditional Christmas carols, accompanied by guitars, hand drums, tambourines, and death metal. In many homes, especially... No, I'm kidding.
Welcome to my Christmas. Let's get this thing going.
Welcome to Spanish Christmas. In many homes, especially ones with children, Noche Buena is a very exciting night. It's when Santa Claus, or in Spanish, Papa Noel, brings gifts to all the children who have been good during the year. Some regions of Spain have their own traditions. In the Basque Country, it's Olencero who leaves the gifts, while children from Catalunya and Aragon receive gifts from Tio de Nadal. No.
Lemon pledge, see.
We would like more lemon pledge. No.
Sorry.
Silence. So at this point, Christmas has only just begun. Obviously, December 25th being Christmas Day. So even after the enormous Christmas Eve dinner, on Christmas Day, the family comes together to eat again, but not as much as the night before. No meat feast.
Oh.
Especially in families with young children, this day is a time to find out what Papa Noel has brought everybody. So the streets fill with children trying to get out on their new toys with their bikes and their rollerblades and remote control cars. I don't know when this article was written. Kids all have phones and drug habits these days. I don't know when this was written.
Exactly right.
So obviously after Christmas Day, there's still plenty of Spanish Christmas traditions to uphold before the end of the year. On December 28th, Spain celebrates the El Día de los Santos Inocentes, which is the Holy Innocents Day. So this is another Catholic tradition that's evolved over time and been adapted to the modern world. Today, it's celebrated as kind of a Spanish April Fool's, when people play pranks, which are called bromas o inocentadas. Bromas o inocentadas on each other.
Did you just order a beer?
Yeah, it sounds like it, yeah. So on this day,
cerveza, por favor.
On this day, don't believe everything you see or hear. Chances are that somebody's pulling your Spanish leg.
Is that like my Spanish area?
Yeah, that's your Spanish area.
Spanish area.
Someone's pulling your meat feast.
Mm.
So we finally made it to December 31st, the last day of the year. While Noche Buena, Christmas Eve, is celebrated as a family, Noche Vieja, New Year's Eve, is celebrated with friends. It's probably the better one. After dinner and time for socializing, the Spanish spend the final moments before the clock strikes midnight, preparing to ring in the new year. People gather in plazas or at home to eat 12 uvas de la suerte, 12 lucky grapes. During the last 12 seconds of the year, everybody eats 12 grapes so that luck will be on their side for the whole year to come.
Oh, nice.
We need more. We need more uvas de la suerte. Switch that off. It's fucking putting me off.
No.
Yeah. No.
Need more lemon, please. No.
But after midnight, the new year begins and people go out and celebrate in style. For many, January 1st is a day to sleep in and recover from the hangover. But Christmas isn't over.
Jesus.
They fucking really go hard in Spain. Like,
wow.
Maybe they have some of all the sleeping they do during the year.
Yeah, we've got to catch up. Yeah.
I do like the siesta attitude. I think we should adopt that in Australia. It was no siesta. Yeah, they have them in Spanish. Yeah, there's the Scottish comedian Kevin Bridges goes, like in Spain, obviously people have siestas and it's not an issue. People have a sleep during the day, but in Scotland, if you sleep during the day, you have what's called depression. It's like, yeah, folk are quite concerned about you. Is he all right? He's been having quite a lot of siestas recently. So on the evening of January 5th, every year, Spanish towns and cities are given over to the colourful parades of Dia de los Reyes, or the King's Day, a celebration of the arrival of the three wise men in Bethlehem after Jesus' birth. Some mechanized floats bearing effigies of Arabia, the Orient, and Africa, or real-life versions of the wise men played by members of the community, and various other brightly costumed participants trundle down major streets, and as they pass, they throw out a handful of sweets that rain down on the spectators gathered to watch their grand entry into town. Huh. Yeah.
Ah, my eye.
My eye. What? Just fucking throwing jam jaffles at everybody, just burning everything. Oh my god. So the sweets are supposedly just for the kids. However, the Spaniards love a good old freebie, and you see plenty of adults with upturned umbrellas trying to catch as many as possible. I know, what dickheads. So in major destinations such as Madrid and Barcelona, the Sweet Throwing King parades attract hundreds of thousands and are televised across the country. But every Spanish town and city stages some kind of celebration on the day. The atmosphere is friendly and family orientated, a little like Semana Santa, but minus the atmosphere of somber religiousness. Now, Semana Santa is I've not got it in what I'm presenting. However, I'll send you a picture. It's pretty much their kind of Easter Sunday thing. And I don't really know what it's about, but wait till you see the costumes. Google it, actually. So it's Semana Santa. So Semana and then Santa. Google it, Dave, and you'll see what I'm on about. So it's kind of like that, but minus the somber religiousness.
Holy shit.
Yes, the parades usually happen early in the evening so the young children can watch them before going to bed. Now, the three kings or the wise men perform the same role as Santa Claus at Christmas. So, on the evening of the 5th, children are supposed to leave out a clean pair of shoes outside the door for their nocturnal visitors to fill with gifts.
Hang on. Why
Yes.
do they look like the Ku Klux Klan?
But like the Black Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's
So, like,
scary as shit.
yeah, no, it does. It looks quite intimidating, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
See?
You know,
That guy.
that guy.
Yeah.
That guy. No, we're not racist. We're Spanish.
You goddamn wizards.
It was at that point
yeah.
that Harry Potter turned really, really bad.
So I'm going to start this bit again. So the three kings or wise men perform the same role as Santa Claus at Christmas. So on the evening of the 5th,
Dave, you look like you fit in really well there. Looks like you're on holiday somewhere. Yeah. Hey,
hey, you guys, live from
Okay.
Spain.
I've got something to tell you guys. I'm in
Thank
the
you, John.
UK.
Back to you in the room.
You know how I haven't been coming out much and going to secret meetings?
Yeah, well, this is it.
Well, I'm Spanish. Right. So the three kings or wise men perform the same role as Santa Claus at Christmas. So on the evening of the 5th, the children are supposed to leave out a clean pair of shoes outside their doors for the nocturnal visitors to fill with gifts. In fact, a 2015 survey by Spanish Toy Makers Association showed that the colourful kings, or the is it Magus, M-A-G-I-S, Magus, as they're sometimes called, are far more popular than Santa Claus amongst the Spanish children. So 68% said they preferred receiving gifts from the wise men, while only 27% rooted for Old Father Christmas.
Yeah.
So just as with Santa, children write letters to the kings and are encouraged to leave snacks for the exhausted camels before going to bed on the 5th. Good. I don't know what camels eat, but it's probably like Cheerios or fucking like sandwiches or something.
Cabbage.
Just leave out a whole cabbage. And as per Santa Claus around the world, the good kids get presents and the bad kids are supposed to receive a lump of coal. However, given today's climate, a lump of coal is probably worth more by weight compared to presents that are received.
Indeed.
And just like that, Christmas is finished for another year in Spain. But, as said previous, merely 8 days later, and it's time to celebrate the Feast of the Ass again. Fin.
Nice.
Cool, bro.
There we are, my boys. A bit of Wales and a bit of Spain. I was going to try and find an Eastern European Christmas tradition. However, I spent a lot of time doing this one, so it's a bit boring now.
So I've got the Eastern European covered nicely.
Nice.
Excellent.
So because I was lazy and didn't do anything for this, I'll tag on the back end of yours, Jay, and the Feast of the Meat. I'll continue.
Oh, we've got 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. It won't take that long.
Yeah,
So-
you're an athlete. It would only take me one.
That's right. Yes. So apparently, there's another tradition, and my sources come from a website called Wanderlust. Or
Oh,
Wanderlust.
Wunderlust.
Wunderlust.
Wanderlust.co.uk. It's the top 13 weirdest Christmas traditions. So if you're interested, go have a look.
Okay,
But
cool.
number 5 on the list comes from a place, a region in Spain, in the northeastern region of Spain, called Catalonia.
Oh yes, Catalonia. That's yes, I know it.
Now, so I'll read the article verbatim, as I have announced. The source,
Wait,
but-
I would read it verbatim.
Welcome to the bizarre Catalan tradition of cagatio, or defecating log.
What?
So apparently, locals in Catalonia create a character out of a log, drawing a face on it and giving it a hat. Then they spend a fortnight feeding it fruit, nuts, and sweets. On Christmas Eve, the entire family beats the log with sticks and sings a traditional song that translates to, "If you don't crap well, I'll beat you with a stick." until the log
What the fuck?
until the log excretes all its treats. It's hard to
Oh,
comprehend why this tradition
nuts.
hasn't caught on elsewhere. They also decorate their nativity scenes with small pooping ceramic kaganes or figurines, usually well-known characters, often drawn from the year's news. The figurines always have their pants around their ankles. So there you go.
You guys want to beat my shit stick?
The Catalonians know how to do it well.
The fucking that is that. Even I can't think of that. That's something that's surpassed my imagination to think of. Like, okay, we'll get a log and we'll feed it treats and then we'll beat it to the poops.
We'll carve a face into it, put a hat on it, feed it a bunch of stuff, and then beat it till it shits.
Even Tom Hanks, who was like abandoned on that island for a long amount of time, didn't even come up with that.
Yeah.
And his mind wandered completely.
Yeah, for sure. Like, for example, anyone else that would have do that would be locked away for at least until the fucking medication kicked in, because that shit's mental.
Yes, that's right, sir. Just bring your shit log into the back of this vehicle. Yes, you know you are fine. We will take you somewhere where you can feed it as much tangerines and candy as you want. You guys got the sedation ready? Yeah, we got it ready.
Yeah, I just like the idea of like, asking, your family friends and that, hey, do you want to come over for Christmas this year and beat my log? It's just
you guys want to beat my poop stick?
I promise it'll shit out a bunch of good stuff.
Hey guys, you should punch my fecal wood.
If you don't crap well, I'll beat you with a stick. Do. Actually, I think we just found our episode title.
If you don't crap well, beat you with a stick.
Yeah.
Guten Tag, ladies and gentlemen.
Not guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Tonight I'm talking about Krampus. Krampus in Central European popular legend, a half-goat, half-demon monster that punishes misbehaving children during the Yuletide. He is the devilish companion of St. Nicholas, and Krampus is believed to have originated in Germany, and his name derives from the German word Krampen, which means claw. Okay. In Central European folklore, Krampus is a horned anthropomorphic figure described as a half-goat, half-demon who during the Christmas season punishes children who have misbehaved. This contrasts with St. Nicholas, who rewards the well-behaved children with gifts. Krampus is one of the companions of St. Nicholas in several regions, including Austria, Bavaria, Croatia, Hungary, northern Italy, including South Tyrol and the Trento, and Slovenia. The origin of the figure is unclear, and some folklorists and anthropologists have postulated it as having pre-Christian origins. So before the old Christian times, all pagan dealio with Mr. Krampus. In traditional parades and in such events such as Krampuslauf, which in English means Krampus Run, the origins of Krampus. The history of the Krampus figure has theorized as stretching back into pre-Christian Alpine traditions. In a brief article discussing the figure, published in 1958, an author, Morris Bruce, wrote, "There seems to be little doubt as to his true identity, for in no other form is a full regalia of the horned god of witches so well preserved. The birch, apart from its phallic significance, may have a connection with the initiation rites of certain witch covens."
Hey, you want to see my Spanish area and look at my birch?
It's all phallic. Rites which entail the binding and scourging as a form of mock death. The change could have been squeeging. Could have been introduced as a Christian attempt to bind the devil, but again, there could be remnant of pagan initiation rites. So, Krampus is described as basically a massively horned, hairy dude. So he's covered in what would be sheep fur. He's got a devil face and horns on his head. Now these are also
he's got the fur of the sheep.
The fur of the sheep, the head of the goat. But he's also bound in chains so they can hear him coming. And that part was just basically saying that before Christian time, they were binding the devil by wrapping him in chains. And that's what that was about there. So he is said to steal children who have misbehaved. The whole coal giving was one part of it. Sort of was meant to dampen down what that original myth was about, but he would steal children and take them to hell if you misbehave. Yeah. So there's another part of it. I'll read it down here. According to legend, he is the son of Hel, the Norse god of the the underworld. With the spread of Christianity, Krampus became associated with Christmas, despite efforts of the Catholic Church to ban him. The creature and St. Nicholas are said to arrive in the early evening, December 5th, or Krampusnacht, which means Krampus night in English. While St. Nicholas rewards children by leaving presents, Krampus beats those who are naughty with branches and sticks, going back to the holly thing again. In some
I will
cases,
beat the children for being naughty.
in some cases, he is said to eat them or take them to hell. And on December 6th, or St. Nicholas Day, children awaken to find their gifts or to nurse their injuries. Oh, Mother, I have been bitten by the Krampus.
I do not have any of the gifts. I only have broken leg.
I woke up on Christmas without any presents, but with broken leg.
Is that where the whole Santa Claus thing comes from?
Well, be.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Yes, because you had obviously Saint Nick was the Santa part, and you said Krampus means claws, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know.
Holy shit. Didn't even think about that. There you go.
Because I don't even know where the claws part comes from.
No, I'm not sure, because I was saying on the group chat earlier that the fat jolly man in the red suit was actually derived for Coca-Cola company in the 1950s as a marketing ploy, whereas St. Nicholas is normally looks like Gandalf the Grey, basically.
Yeah.
And he brings a horned beast with him. Gandalf the Green. And he brings a horned beast with him to beat the kids. So he's got his own little sex slave that he brings with him. Can I say sex slave?
He's Gimp.
Bring on the Gimp.
Bring out the Gimp.
Where's Zed? Zed's dead, baby. So festivities involving Krampus include, as I said before, the Krampuslauf, and this activity, which involves alcohol, people dressed as the creature parade through streets, scaring spectators and sometimes chase them. Beginning in the late 20th century, amid efforts to preserve cultural heritage, Krampus runs became increasingly popular in Austria and Germany. During this time, Krampus began to be celebrated internationally, and the monster's growing appeal was evidenced by numerous horror films. Some claim to be that the expanding popularity of Krampus was a reaction to the commercialization of Christmas. So I haven't seen the Krampus movies, but they look pretty sweet. It's all devils and in Christmas time and scaring the shit out of kids.
Yeah, I haven't seen them, but I've seen a couple.
Frighten these ugly ass kids.
Smile, cunt. I reckon this.
The doting father says.
I reckon this Christmas, I think I'm gonna dress up as Krampus. Krampus?
Nah, fuck it. Let's get a dead horse's head and go around the doors.
All right. Well, that's what we'll do. We'll each do one of our traditions
at Christmas, and then
Christmas.
and then get duly arrested.
What I'll do is just have like a big shit in the middle of the street, and I'll just start whacking it.
Stop beating it with a stick.
It's Christmas, as is tradition.
Yes, I would like to report a disturbance in my street. Well, there's a man hitting a large poop with a stick, and there's orange peels and candy wrappers everywhere.
There's another man who's holding a horse's head. Another man dressed in a sheep's clothing. What the fuck is going on?
Such is tradition.
It's like it's Christmas. It's like it's Christmas in Europe or something out here.
And during the Krampuslauf or the Krampus run, it is customary to offer a Krampus schnapps, which is distilled fruit brandy.
Nice! Now I'm talking. Yeah.
But there is regional variations as well. So in Styria, the Ruten bundles are presented by Krampus to families. Twigs painted gold and displayed all year round in the house as a reminder to any child who has temporarily forgotten Krampus. So basically, it's a bloody warning sticks going, you didn't fuck up, we're going to get you.
We're going to beat you.
In smaller, isolated villages, the figure has other beastly companions, such as the antlered wild man, and St. Nicholas is nowhere to be seen. A toned-down version of Krampus is part of popular Christmas markets in Austria, such as Salzburg, and these have got more humorous versions of Krampus. And in many parts of Croatia, Krampus is described as a devil wearing a cloth sack around his waist and chains around his head, neck, ankles, and wrists. As part of tradition, when a child receives a gift from St. Nicholas, he is given a golden branch to represent his good deeds throughout the year. However, if he is misbehaved, Krampus will take his gift for himself, only leave a silver branch to represent the child's bad acts.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I'm going to get my kids this year. Just some silver sticks.
Silver sticks.
That's what, $6 for a can of silver spray paint, and we can sticks everywhere. Happy Merry Christmas, fuckers.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. Cop that.
Fuck these kids.
These kids.
Yeah, so that was Krampus.
Oh, Krampus. Das ist gut.
It's always very serious, I think, in the Germanic nature of life.
You
if
will
you're bad,
behave.
Yes. If you are bad, you will go to hell.
Behave
just
yourself.
like yes. And
So,
just like mad Krampus coming around and fucking shit
It
up
doesn't-
and
It doesn't really sound like the Germans have much fun.
Doof, doof, ja. Wer ist Krampus?
something
Party,
like that.
party, ja.
Das Party.
So, in modern history, just to add to that part, obviously, whether you thought Krampus would be just another thing to add to the already shit situation during the 1939 to 45. Don't know what happened there, but
There's a little bit of history that doesn't get mentioned in some countries.
in the aftermath of the 1932 election in Austria, the Krampus tradition was prohibited in the Dolphish regime after the Fatherland Front and the Christian Social Party. In the 1950s, the government distributed pamphlets titled Krampus is an Evil Man. Towards the end of the century, the popular resurgence of Krampus celebrated and occurred and continues today. So basically during that... yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, I was going to say, like, Krampus is an evil man, but nothing to do with the sexy young man with the mustache who may lead your country to victory one day. He is not evil at all.
Yeah, so it's something weird that's occurred in Germany between 1932 and 1950. I don't know what it is.
I wonder what it was. So that's Christmas. That's Christmas in Europe. That's Christmas, well, not from around the world because we haven't looked everywhere. However, it's Christmas in Europe.
Excellent.
These,
Yes.
that's kind of frightening. I'm glad we've got our Christmas.
Mm.
Okay, I'm glad, yeah, because but I guess like obviously if you're brought up knowing that it's you know,
Regular
old
Christmas.
Krampus guy. Yeah, regular Christmas. You know,
It's funny how it's all
But,
been twisted and contorted into like commercialism stuff these days. But where
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
like, you know, some of the origin stories are pretty wacky.
yeah, but it's all
Right.
part of like it seems to be a lot of Christianity and paganism or paganist. Yeah, you know, just traditions that way. And people must have been fucking bored years ago.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
they didn't have
just
YouTube.
Finding, yeah, well, yeah. There's no YouTube. There's no Netflix. There's no Spotify. So what we're gonna do?
Make up shit about the haunted devil.
Yeah,
Just have a meeting and be like, okay, so what we're gonna do is to get a dead horse's head, put it on the end of a stick, get a white sheet. Okay.
I'm liking the energy, John. I'm liking the energy.
I'm
Et
liking
cetera,
it.
et cetera.
Yes, I'm liking it, Daffith. It's some good energy.
Sweet.
But, Sweet Caroline, ladies and gentlemen, episode number 13. Christ, that was a quick turnaround from 12 to 13.
And we've
yeah.
been going a whole year. So happy birthday to
Have we?
us. Yep.
It's a full
Yay.
year.
It's a full year.
Today, a year today.
Pretty close to it, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Happy birth, miss.
To
Yeah,
us.
but-
I like that. I like that. We've been going a year. We've had 13 episodes.
You guys remember? Well, it's almost one a month. It's good enough.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than one a month.
1.1 a month.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's quick math.
Podcast
You guys
math.
remember episode 1?
I remember.
I remember. Yeah, if you're listening to episode 13, don't listen to episode 1. Just like start from like 3 or something.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
3 best
Three
bit.
was
Three
good.
was when it
Yeah.
got. So,
Sweet.
Is that us?
All right.
There's
Are
us.
we done?
All right.
And
Sweet, sweet.
ladies and gentlemen, don't forget,
Yes.
crap well or you'll get beaten with a stick.